Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing the Breitling Superocean Heritage 242. 42 millimeters in stainless steel. This is a series launched in 2017. Breitling case, mesh bracelet, Tudor movement, what's not to love? Let's start with the sizing. Yes, in stainless steel, this is a 42 millimeter case, but it has a big wingspan. 51.1 millimeters, 14.4 millimeters thick, and a broad 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. You can also see with Breitling's unique dating convention when this model was made. This exact unit was made in the 15th week of 2018, and every modern Breitling should have that stamp between the lugs. Throwing it on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see it wears comfortably. It's not super thick. For an aggressive dive watch with a long power reserve, it is reasonably slim and it will easily fit underneath jacket cuffs. From lug to lug, it's broad. I wouldn't recommend it for a wrist smaller than 14 centimeters, but I think down to that size, you're going to be all right. My wrist, once again, is 16 centimeters circumference, and you can see how it wears with that wonderfully flexible Stibe bracelet. And it is a wonderful bracelet. Stibe makes these distinctive mesh diving bracelets. We have a vintage style with a straight bar junction at the lugs, and then they create these bracelets starting with carpets of steel links. They then cut into that fabric, and then they finish off the burrs and the imperfections on the side to create something that feels more like a piece of supple fabric than chainmail, but it's sized conventionally. As you can see, removable links are fixed in place by screws, so there's nothing vintagey or alien about sizing this bracelet. You can do it with a screwdriver. Single fold deploying clasp, clamshell lock, very easy to use. You can also use your strap tool to change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside the clasp, and you have 4 divots drilled and many removable links, so you're going to get a good solid size. Since its launch in 2007, the Superocean Heritage line has become Breitling's best-selling model family. The watch was originally designed to echo the Superocean models of the late 50s and early 60s, starting with the late 50s reference 1004, and this watch does feature a lot of elements of those super early 1004s. The lugs here are sharper and more striking, but we have a big crown style with no crown guard. We have a minimally calibrated bezel. Unlike the original Superocean Heritage, it does have a lumed pearl, and unlike the original Superocean Heritage, it has a ceramic insert rather than anodized aluminum. We have a bezel that is constructed the traditional fashion at Breitling, which is captive bezel construction. These little screws mean the bezel must be dismantled. You cannot snap it off by accident, so it's a more durable fixture. It's something that Zinn also uses on its bezels, making this watch very, very tough. It is a smart system. I wish more brands would use it. It's just a little bit more expensive, and that's why it's not common. Now you can see the bezel has a sharp outer knurling, a very fine and sharp outer knurling, and 120 click precision with a very vocal and mechanical ratchet. Line up the bezel pearl with the minute hand. Now you have an impromptu 0 to 60 minute count up timer. You can also envision it as a countdown because the minimally calibrated vintage style Superocean Heritage bezel does not feature numerals. The dial base is a lightly satin grained opaline silver with applique, rhodium-plated, faceted steel indices, and rhodium-plated hands, including vintage-inspired broadsword, minutes, and broad arrow hours. We have a Breitling B logo in rose gold up the top and a date window down at 6 o'clock. Now, it is a screw-down crown. These are 200-meter watches, and yes, I know 200 meters is not exactly 660 feet. Press the I believe button. You have a hacking or stop seconds function, so you can set the watch precisely against a reference time. You'll also have a quick set feature, so you can rapidly cycle the date if you wish. Technically, this is an interesting watch. The Breitling Caliber 20, the B20, it is a Tudor MT5612. The one major change is that Breitling uses a repairable ferrous hairspring compared to the silicone used on the Tudor, but in all other regards, they're technically almost identical. This watch, featuring that MT5612, automatic winding, 70-hour power reserve, quick set, hacking seconds, COSC certified, 28 joules. It has a full balance bridge with a free sprung index for shock tolerance, and it is a very robust, very accurate movement. Tudor uses Breitling's B01 chronograph movement, and Breitling's half of the trade is that it gets to use Tudor's outstanding 3-day power reserve automatic. This is a watch to suit almost any taste and any collection, and Breitling is one of the great brands in the business. If you're going to get the Superocean Heritage, get the 42, and if you're going to get the 42, get the Stibe mesh bracelet. You will thank me later. Jump quickly to a lume shot, and you can see this watch is well lumed, and unlike the first Superocean Heritage, that lumed bezel pearl makes the timing bezel useful in the dark.